right, so we about to do some whiteboard topics, man. Had to come down and pull up on my man Fred.
All right.
Had to see what's up, man. Now, I wanted to tell you about this too. I was thinking about this. My family know of you. Your family probably know of me.
Yep.
We have mutual friends. Even our mutual friends don't know. Like, don't know us. They know we was hanging together and stuff like that, but it's a whole lot of stuff. We'll get to that one day, but I was thinking about that on the way down here.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. People don't even know. Like my wife, she know who you are. My mother know who you are, but it's like, don't nobody know what we did.
Stuff like that leads us to stuff like this.
Yeah, I know. So, and how long we been on each other?
23 years, man, since 2000.
Yeah.
2000 when we both dropped in. I dropped in Daytona about 2000, man.
Yeah, I came in 98.
98. So shoot, you was there. I didn't know you was experiencing that a little bit before I got there, man.
Yeah, but
you
was
through that, like,
but you already went to college though.
Little bit of junior college,
So
college.
you experienced college already, so it ain't like I was new to the jump.
I'm talking about the environment that you was dealing with. I didn't know that you was dealing with that part of it before I got. Man, when I first got there, it was the party scene, the wildness. You was going through all of that for that many years. I felt like it was crazy, man.
Nah, see, the thing about that is like where we come from is like certain things is normal. And you got to think, bro, like I'm not from the country.
You're right.
Town. I'm from the city. I'm from DC. Like we was going to the go-go at 15. So it's like, all right. Yeah, so that was just normal, John.
Word.
All right, so I want to we'll do a pull up one day, so hopefully we do that joint like a virtual joint. But I got to get your opinion on some of these things. We was talking about earlier about the I asked you what's your opinion on Charleston White. Let's start with that. I got a few joints, but let's start with that. No, I just want to know your opinion.
So the name in itself could be controversial.
Okay.
Depending if you know his history or not know his history.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you about another person now that you said that, but go ahead.
All right, so we got to start there. I wouldn't say that I'm so well versed on Charleston to be speaking on his name like that, but some of the messages that he has disseminated, those are the messages that need to be heard. So
give me one, for example, that comes to mind. The first one. Yeah, I know. Just give me one.
One of the first ones that come to mind is some of the lyrics that are in the music. Some of the lyrics that are in the music that we glamorize and glorify. That needs to be heard. No matter who says it, no matter who the messenger is, you can't shoot the messenger. You know what I mean? But the message that comes across, it might come across harsh, brash, but sometimes that's what we need. If you know his history, you know where he started. He started with the message that was peaceful. There was something that he was trying to get our attention by doing this, saying this, going to different places, going to city hall and city council meetings and up at the Senate and doing all these different things. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah, we won't hear
that.
No.
So now the way he can get our attention is saying something controversial.
He got our attention.
Being controversial.
Yeah.
But what he's saying and doing, I feel like is exactly what we need.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. As soon as you said that, I thought about something. You said one thing about the message, right?
Yeah.
And I immediately thought about, let's say a person is crossing the street. They about to get hit by a car. And you yell out, "Get the fuck out the way. The car about to come."
Yeah.
Some people be mad at you, hollered at them.
That's the message. You want to shoot the messages.
It's like, bro.
Somebody will say, "Why did you cuss?" You know what I'm saying? The whole point was to get the person out the way of the car. Don't matter how I got him out the way of the car. I could have kicked him in his wallet.
Did you hear what I said?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is the message.
It's the fucking message, man.
So that's what it is with Charles, man. It's like he ruffling feathers. He's saying stuff that people like making them uncomfortable because it could be them too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That person is smoking weed in the house with their kid right there or something. You know what I'm saying? But or that person is listening to these lyrics, acting them out, and all of that right there.
Yeah, and the first thing I always think about when he speaks is he lying?
Nah, man.
Like, is there some truth in that? Like, you can't. Like I understand if somebody just lying and they telling everything and they're just going against the grain. Yeah, it's like, now I'm with you. Like let's not beat this. But if he's speaking some truth, like, bro, like,
what a lot of people didn't get is they didn't get the act part of it, right? They didn't get the gimmick part. So the only way I can get you to tune in and listen and to even hear me say something about these kids that are in Chicago smoking on these. You remember how that trend was going around? It's still whatever. And these little youngins, they going around smoking on each other, going to dead people's graves and doing all this stuff. Yo, he bringing attention to that right there, man. That needs to be heard. Like, for you to say something about that, and for somebody to get mad, that's ruffling feathers. But that's the ultimate disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and if it's almost like if you're not with what he's saying and you're really mad that he's saying do this, like he's saying F this person, you really are going against us. Like, you don't want us to progress.
There it is, man.
If you are really been mad at him and not seeing what he's doing, you don't want us to progress. You just want, I don't know what you want.
For sure.
But you don't want us to progress. Yeah. You want us to keep doing whatever we're doing and hoping that it gets better.
See, and that's the group of people. Like, you got groups of people in every cultures and things like that get mad at something like that. You know what I mean? They get mad at a Martin Luther King, or they get mad at a Malcolm X, or they get mad at a Marcus Garvey. They get mad at these certain people that are advocating for certain things because they're not in that echelon, or they don't understand. So that's where the groups of us in the cultures come in at. Yeah, I hate to say that we would group each other and put each other in certain categories in our own culture.
But it's true. But this is another thing too. I did my research with this one. With every race, it's a subculture of that race that they are embarrassed of.
It has to be, man.
So it's just like, we be hard on black people, because we black. But it's other people that's ashamed too.
You're right.
So it's like,
But we're only able to speak of it like that because it is us. You know what I'm saying? We are only to be able to be ashamed of it and embarrassed of certain things
because it's us.
Because it is us.
And it's embarrassing, and we're ashamed.
You know what I mean? We walking amongst us. We can still be embarrassed of some of the bull stuff when it's just us.
It's
like,
just
come
us.
on, man, what is you doing? And it's just us.
Man, we are responsible for a lot of our stereotypes too, our negative stereotypes. And so let's say a stereotype is the way a person dressed.
Yeah.
Let's say the people don't dress like that.
Yeah.
That stereotype can't hold up. So if you are doing what the stereotype is, it's like you are keeping it alive.
That goes into these people that I always talk about, man. Like certain people won't believe that's them. You know what I mean? Certain people won't understand that that's them in the way of thinking and stuff, man.
I know.
Yeah, all of this telling on people and all of that right there. What about the moral of the story? Stop doing the crime where people can see you, or stop doing crime that hurts people, and stop doing all these things to other people. How about start there, then stop worrying about who's telling on you for this and that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
again, the message.
You want somebody to tell or be around when something happened to you. Most people do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When there's a crime that happens to you, and you first thing you like, oh, I got my guns and all this. You calling the police and things like that to get help.
And I do understand the environment sometimes that you're in and the people you're around. I get that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're not supposed to do that. You have a choice. You have an option. But you just choose to do something else.
You put yourself in that situation, man. And there's a place for you when you put yourself in a situation. There's also a place for you too.
If you don't want to listen to your parents, it's somebody's gonna make you listen.
There's somewhere for you to go too.
There's somewhere for you to go. Somebody's gonna tell you when to wake up, when to eat, when to go to bed. Like if you don't listen to them, you can listen to them.
So it's somewhere for you to go. Somebody's gonna do something to you. Yeah.
So what you think about Kevin Samuels?
Man, see, so with Kevin Samuels, I think he said a lot of things that men would like to say that it's hard for us to say, especially if you're in a relationship or if you have a marriage or if you're in a marriage or something like that. You can't say some of these things to your spouse, especially if it's something to do with financial, something to do with weight gain, something to do with certain things, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? For a woman to say to the man, or it's hard. So he was getting some of these messages across as far as women's expectations. Mm-hmm. You know, women have certain expectations about, like, you know, you only make $24,000 a year. You got 3 kids and stuff, and you want a 7-figure earner. He was kind of trying to balance the reality of your expectations.
Reality,
and that ruffled a lot of feathers also. Mm-hmm. So with a lot of women, they saw that in them, and they didn't want to hear that message. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when that message comes across from that messenger, and that woman may think, that's a little bit of me he's talking about, or that's a little bit of...
So they go against that.
Definitely, I have to, because it's innate. Like, you don't want that to be you, so you're going to have to... Yeah, but some women, they understood and recognized what he was saying, and they was like, yeah, my expectations may be a little too high, or what I'm feeling for this man that I have, I need to lower my expectations in him and understanding. You know, he just balanced the playing field for these women. You know what I'm saying? I think that for the viewers and the people that did listen and stay tuned in, especially from the beginning to wherever he got to, they got a full understanding. It wasn't about just bashing you or hurting your feelings. It was about bringing you back to reality. Because a lot of us live in a reality or a false reality where we walking around here feeling like, man, I'm a 10, but you don't even know what it is to be a 10 or what it takes to be a 10 or something like that. You rate yourself on a 10 scale.
Or think the mate, either man or woman, is a so-and-so.
Yeah.
But you never had a so-and-so.
Man.
You don't know where the so-and-so hang. You don't know what the so-and-so's like.
You're right.
I'm talking about man or woman. Like, you don't know if a man, you don't know what the type of those chicks you always talk about, where they be at.
Yes.
Where they hang at. Where they like to eat at.
Yeah.
What type of cars they, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know nothing. And it goes same thing for the women. So sometimes we go a little far. But one thing I want to say about Kevin, I always want to say this, and some people don't understand it. I got introduced to Kevin Samuels before the women thing.
Yeah. So what was he was doing, like self-help work and like
we will pass around videos between men. Of course, we not telling our wives, yeah, so and so sent me a video. Nah, we just gonna send a video. Boom, here's the ties you're supposed to have. Oh, these are shoes you're supposed to be having. This is how your suit's supposed to fit.
Classic man.
Yes.
Classic.
This the colognes you do.
Classic
like
man.
This is where you shop at.
Step your game up.
This is what these are videos we passed around between us men to learn to
transition, because
of course some of our fathers didn't teach us certain things, so we passed video. Look, check this video out. We need to get these type of shoes.
Right. Transition. He told you how he shows you how to transition, and a lot of us need that.
Yes.
A lot of us need that, like how to adjust your cufflinks and what kind of suit you're wearing. Your stuff might be a little too big, man. You might need to know where to go to buy a certain suit, a certain tie, a certain cut of shoe, a certain kind of look. What kind of look are you going for? What do you think? That might be something that might be a model of basics right there. This is where you start, man. This is what a look that you might want to be going for. And a lot of men, though that's a transition. A lot of us don't know about that. We might be stuck in that. We might be 50, 60 still, wearing our Jordans and sweatsuits and feeling like that is the look that we need to go to with. And when you seeing these guys showing up looking like that.
And that's fine too if that's what you want to do. But you got to understand, if you decide to go that route, whatever result comes from that, you have to deal with that.
Is that the same as, like, let's just saying young men with their hair?
No, which part?
So let's just say, like, back in the day, they would say you have to have you might want to keep your hair cut or something like that to get a job. Or you
I
might
don't
want to,
know.
you might want to look this way clean, like this is the way you look clean or something like that. You got to cut your hair, man, because you know if you walking around here looking like that, you gonna get in trouble.
No, not necessarily. And the reason I say that because I'm thinking is different ways to make money now for younger people.
Yeah.
They don't have to. It's not only one way where I'm going to see the boss and I have to dress like this. So they making money different ways.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And I was looking at my son's yearbook one time. Mm-hmm. I noticed all of them have long hair, no matter what race.
That's the thing now.
Yeah,
like
so
the afro or whatever, the bell bottom.
I remember in the '70s. I used to see old pictures of my people's yearbooks. And they would have hair.
But so just remember, though,
it's just that thing.
Just remember, too, though, in those times, those people had issues, too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? With their hair and with their look and with their this and that. And it's almost like it goes with the times, too, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So do you need to... Going into the courtroom, do you need to cut your hair and put on some glasses? Or if you're going to do this or do that, does that make you look more presentable?
I think it's more of a learning thing, like an up or down, like
and environment thing too.
Yeah, because think about it, like I was talking to Sid the other day. I'm not going back to baggy jeans, bro. Like this is the size I'm gonna die with.
Your size. The size that you fit, it feels fitting, more fitting as opposed to being.
But we had the baggy, to know let's do something different.
Yeah.
So then we had the skinny to know, all right, let's do something different. Let's do the baggy. So it's just, I think it's just the time. So you got the clean cut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grow what I want to grow.
Yeah.
All right, that's not getting the certain results. Let me cut my John. So I just think it's just part of life, and we just in the part where. Just grow your hair.
I always felt like when I had hair, I attracted more attention, and I was always more susceptible to getting into some shit.
Yeah, so whoever has that, if that is the part, they will have to learn that on their own.
The experiences that I had with hair was like, hell nah, man, I do need to cut this. Maybe, but you learned that. Maybe
they didn't.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. But you know what's crazy too? I still had experiences with low hair. So it was like, was it the hair? It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had the same kind like experience. Like not my wildest, craziest things happened when I had hair. It happened when my hair was however it was. It wasn't when I had braids or nothing like that.
So it ain't the hair, it's you.
It's whatever I'm into or whatever I'm in or what I'm surrounding myself or the choices that I make or the people that I'm surrounding myself with. You know, but and then it boiled down to me thinking about who's judging me. Once you stop caring about who's judging you, you look and dress and act and do things however you want to do them.
Now, do you think life brings you to a point where you are confident enough to you don't care about who's judging you?
Depends.
Or do you think it's possible somebody could stay in that and always worried about what somebody judging you?
It depends. I believe there's levels to it. I believe if you got to a certain level in your mind to where you feel like you're comfortable in your skin, that's the certain point that you got to get to within yourself. Because some people are never confident.
So how you get to that part?
I think experience, man, like going through stuff and dealing with a lot of stuff, like you said and we said when we first got to school and stuff, like the experience of school would be crazy, paying bills, even going to buy a money order. But now to think about those kind of things, that's just like second nature, man. Like you think that's hard to balance that or do that or things like that. So I just think, it comes with the transition of you and the growth of you. Some people don't never grow. And experience, like traveling around and going different places and stuff.
So a growth has to be a personal search for, right? It shouldn't like you have to actually have to go out there and try to be better. Like look for stuff and not just sit back and complain that it's not going right. Like you really have to do.
It's
something.
Not going to just come to you. You have to seek.
Yeah,
you have to seek. That's the motivation in you. Like so, that's the difference in some of us. Some of us have that self motivation that they're not just gonna wait for something to happen or come to them. They're gonna go get it, or they're gonna go find it or seek it, even if it's just traveling across the world, driving across the world just to see whatever they want to see. Stop here, stop there. They're taking that chance to do it. They're not just going to sit on the couch and dream about traveling across the world and hoping to see this and hoping to see that. It's about seizing the moment. What is that? Carpe diem or something like that.
Yeah. So if whatever which one you want to be, you have to insert yourself in that.
Hell yeah.
You have to go for it. So
Damn,
we
right.
both agree it ain't come knocking on the door.
Nothing's gonna come knocking on your door, man.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna come knocking.
No good opportunities, not your soulmate, not the money that you want to get, nothing.
Man, look, the doors is going to close on you. You might get a foreclosure on your doors, man.
You definitely got to go out.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So, I've heard a woman say before she can get certain guys because they are intimidated by her, right?
Yeah.
And I asked her, has she ever heard a man say or admit that he's intimidated by her? And she said no. What you think about that? Now, well, I came to the conclusion, for one, that I guess this is something that she came up with, that men are intimidated. So what's your opinion on that?
So look, man, I love women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that everybody knows that women, you know, they're very, very sensitive to the things you say and the things that you do. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to be mean or anything like that. But women, like, they have this thing where it's almost like they categorize themselves. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you. So you got an independent woman. Now she goes around saying to everybody, I'm an independent woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no man. I don't need this. I don't need that. Right? So now you're in this category. Then you got a whole bunch of followers, a whole bunch of other females that feel the same way. Then you got the same thing with this right here. I'm intimidating. So now it's her belief system. I think it's funny that a woman would classify herself as that because that's the traits that she's gonna portray now. She's gonna put herself in a category that not men see her in that category, but she sees herself in that category. And instead of just going with the flow of you being how you are, you put yourself in a category. So now I gotta look at you like this because you're looking at me like this. You're the intimidator in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
You said something. You said the women put themselves in a category.
Yeah.
All right, so me and you, we play street ball, right?
Right.
True or false? You're not supposed to give yourself a nickname.
True or false? That's true all the way around the board. Look, man. Look. You could give yourself a nickname, but you can't like adhere to that. You can't put yourself out there as that and make people acknowledge you as that. When
Stay right there. Down. My whole point is that's what I'm talking about with the women.
Right. A nickname?
You giving yourself a title.
You talking about street ball though?
No, but it's the same thing. You don't give yourself a title. It's the same thing as a woman.
Right.
You don't give yourself a title.
Right.
The people give you the title. Now think about this.
Right. True.
Debo never walked around like, yeah, I'm Debo.
Right.
Everybody knows Debo.
Yeah.
Debo ain't had to say nothing.
His actions proved it. You know what I'm saying? His actions proved it. He was that.
Yeah. So I always think when people tell you who they are, they trying to convince you and themselves.
That's who they are.
Because I ain't got to tell you.
Right.
Like, bro, like I never had to tell you, Fred. Yeah, man, I ain't no sucker.
Yeah.
So,
right.
It's like, so for somebody to put that out and say I'm this, you ain't that.
So, but hold on, that's what. All right, so let's take it off of women for 1 second, because I did just say all that about them.
That's about anybody though.
Men do this all the time.
Yeah, so that's why if somebody say something to me that they are something, I don't believe it off the break.
You know,
off the break.
So this is what upsets me about us men. Is because we'll do the same thing that to women. Like we'll meet a woman and we'll brainwash them with a whole bunch of bullshit and false narratives that we're not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's a sucker, and the suckers are going to be around. We can't stop them.
That makes it hard for the women to decipher. You know what I'm saying?
But there's nothing that we can do about that.
It's not
because we can't talk to the suckers, and it's not for us to talk to the women.
Right.
It's for women to talk to women. Like men can't talk to women about women. We can only talk to men about men.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So
we can only hope to educate them and show them by leading with example and doing things that
that's
are manly.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
So I mean, if she gets swindled by so and so, I can't do nothing about that.
I just want women to also understand that men put themselves in them categories too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they're
for
not
sure.
that. You know what I mean?
For
They can
sure.
put themselves in them categories and then try to portray that and live that and act like they're that, but they're not that also.
They're not that. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When they tell you that, no, they're not
yeah,
that.
you need to see those actions from that man and see what he's actually about and see how he interacts with other people and other things to
See
to
how
make
he
those
interact
kind of
with
decisions.
other men.
Yeah.
See how other men see him.
Yeah.
Now I always wondered, like, how a woman feels about a man that's her man is around other men and he's the weakest man.
So
I always wanted to know that.
So let me tell you, man, sometimes you can see that in the relationship, how she treats him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because some women might even say, you wouldn't even talk to Tyrone like that.
I know.
She might say that to her man. You wouldn't talk to Tyrone like that. I saw how he was talking to you the other day. You ain't say nothing.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then y'all still got a relationship together. I could never be in a relationship with a woman and she looking at me like that. And I didn't say nothing. And that's how you feel about me. Going forward.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a many of women who walking around with their man right now and know he can't do nothing. He ain't about nothing. He can't protect me. He won't say nothing. He ain't a voice. He ain't got a backbone or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather deal with him than be out there trying to do all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather
crazy,
deal with what
right?
I got.
It's two things, men and women. It's two things. So let's say a woman is going to a man.
Yeah.
Two things. Now you could be 1 for 1, but you cannot be 0 for 2.
Okay.
All right. Protector and provider. Let's say you can protect her, but you can't provide. You can get a woman. You can be in a relationship, but let's say you a bitch and you broke.
Whoa.
You 0 for 2, so it's gonna be hard for you to get a quality woman. You're just gonna have to take what's left over. All right, so let's flip it. Let's say the woman. Mm-hmm. Let's say you got a nasty. Let's say she got a nasty attitude.
Yeah.
And she don't look like nothing. Now your nothing could be physical. I mean, could the body or the face. You can whatever. But let's say that's bad, and the attitude bad. You 0 for 2. It's gonna be hard for you to succeed. What you think about that? You think any truth to that?
First of all, man, damn, bro, if you batting like that, man, damn, you juggling some terrible shit over there, man.
You 0 for 2, man. Hey, you can't. It's gonna be hard for you, bro.
Woo.
Now, again, you can't be bad. I mean, have a bad attitude, and you don't look like nothing. Like if you look like something, sometimes people will let the attitude slide.
So, but wait, who judging the looks, man? See, that's different, man.
Now hold on, hold on.
Man.
So the whole thing about the intimidation, I hear it. I ask millionaires. They all three told me the juice is not worth the squeeze. It's not about intimidation. These guys told me this. They're not scared of this.
Nah.
Like they're not intimidated. Like why are they intimidated? Like for what? Like
look, man.
They credit is good, their money is good, their lifestyle good. They're not intimidated. They told me they don't want to do that because it's gonna be a hassle. That's what they told me.
This is what I want to say to your friend or ask to your friend. What makes her so intimidating? For an established man that has himself together and things like that, there's nothing about a woman that can intimidate you. So I feel like as a man, I feel like I have a certain je ne sais quoi about myself that would allow me to feel like my air is good in any air. You know what I'm saying? Or my quality is good in any air. So when it comes to women, you could put me in the room with 1,000 women. I don't care. I don't give a darn what. There's nothing about you that makes me intimidated by you except the way you act.
That's it.
Except the way you come at me, talk to me, the way you maybe pass me my drink, the way you may say thank you or not say thank you, your attitude, the way you are, and what makes me intimidated by you.
And that's it.
That is the only thing.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you said it, because I can't really say it, because nobody want to hear from me. I'm married, nobody want to hear from me, and that's fine. That's fine. That's why I like to ask y'all questions.
For women that feel like they are intimidating men, just know that there's nothing about you that's intimidating except maybe your attitude.
I agree, but again, I'm out the game.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to segue to the next thing I was going to ask you. As a single man, does the woman's money matter to you?
Not at all. Not at all.
And why not?
See, because again, if you're an established man or if you're an established person that has your own goals, your own drive, your own things, with or without this woman's money, you're doing your thing anyway. You're making your stuff happen with or without her anyway. You don't need her to elevate you to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing a person can do is either add on and accentuate. After that, you can go ahead and go on about your business, because I'm going to keep adding and accentuating to my own lifestyle. So that part, your money is your money. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
If you feel like there's a way that you want to help elevate this or do something with that money that is in our relationship, so be it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not going to take away from your lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, with your money, you're able to maintain your lifestyle and what you have going.
And that's all we asked for, I'm assuming. I asked them, the old head, I asked the young boy about the money thing. They said they don't mind as long as you ain't broke.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, now you're taking away from what I built.
Yeah. And that's where a lot of resentment comes in relationships, right? You get in a relationship and you felt like that person might have been your equal or might equal up to you, and they then started draining you to death, right? And now you done built up resentment because they are not that person you thought they were. They'll never be that person you thought they were. They never had no motivation to do nothing. They thought you might have been the lick, and now you done went down to here, and now y'all ain't even together no more.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, goes with the self-motivation, like you said.
Man.
Because I've seen guys that wasn't self-motivated.
Yeah.
He was hoping that the women put him on and help him get to a certain job. I've seen women, hopefully they meeting somebody who has a business and is going to put him on to business, teach him how to be a business.
That's got to be a segue. Because I know that's
as far as the builder?
No, that's got to be a segue to something right there that you had, that another one you had, because we were talking about that, and I was going to get into that. You asked me about that. Something
about what we was talking about.
Another question that you had. It was another question
about building.
There it is.
Builders.
Building right there. That's a segue right there.
Oh, okay. Exactly. All right. So the buildings we was talking about earlier. So we both heard people say, men and women, I know I have, when I find my person, or when I get together, then we're gonna build something.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is a theory I have had for a while. If you have a secretary who never built anything,
right,
and another secretary who never built anything, just because they get together don't mean they're gonna build something. Right. And if you have a builder and a secretary, the builder can teach the secretary how to build something.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a little longer, but if you got a builder and a builder, y'all gonna build something faster.
Yeah.
But two people who never built anything are not gonna build something. You're really gonna accumulate a lot of stuff together, maybe, and be in the same situations just together.
Is this why you have like divorces and things like that? Is because one person thought the other person was a builder like them? You both come in these relationships with this. Some
I ain't never think about that.
Some people come in relationships half, right? They're only looking for the other half to complete them, right? So they say, "Damn, man, I got this half of a building. If I could find this other person, I could build the whole damn thing." And then the other person comes in the relationship the same way. Like, so you don't have two builders. You never really have two builders. You know what I'm saying? You have one that's building and teaching a secretary, or you have two secretaries trying to build. But then when you do have two builders, you see what it can do. When you have two secretaries, you probably have a divorce. You have a builder and a secretary, you might have a divorce, but they might work. So I think that's where a lot of the divorces and a lot of the misunderstanding where even sex can skew your judgment of these things. You know this person ain't no damn builder. And now y'all got a baby together. Now y'all trying. Now y'all getting.
Now here's the thing, Fred. I'm gonna say this for the rest of my life. There are more non-sexual hours than there is sexual hours.
For sure.
So if you're gonna make a decision,
man,
just remember that.
Man, that's the problem. That's the problem.
More non-sexual hours.
Those non-sexual hours where your mind, you lose it for a second. That's where your judgment is messed up, and then you got to live with the rest of those non-sexual hours with somebody or some person or something or something that you never ever thought you would have had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But that's the problem when people come into these situations half and not complete. Most of the time when you go into a relationship, and this is me speaking from experience and as a grown-up now, you should want to have most of the loose ends in your life taken care of before you think you can actually project onto somebody or actually try to build with somebody.
See, that's what I thought. I used to think that you need to get yourself together first, then you go and be with somebody. For one, you're gonna have a better dating experience.
Make a better decision.
Yes, even if you have, let's say, you get your finances or your living situation like
something about yourself.
So I'm gonna give you two examples. I can talk about now because I ain't dating no more.
Right.
So when I was dating, I had my own place. It was a different dating experience versus dating. Living with somebody,
of course.
Having not all my money together, but something that I can afford to go on a good date with.
Right.
Because I decided to get my finances to a certain point. It's a difference in dating experience.
Big time.
That stuff. That's why I always say focus on yourself, then go and date. But what if nobody ever is around you to teach you to have those things in order?
So you're asking now about, it takes you back to that self-motivation thing. You're not always going to have people around. You know, people that don't have nothing around them and rose from the mud. You know what I'm saying? They don't got the grandma. They might have their grandma raising. They might be in foster care. They might be in blah, 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 whatever situation. But it's something within them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the situation or the whatever, the motivation gotta come from within.
Yeah, it gotta come with them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what it always boils down to. Is something inside of you gotta want better, do better, feel better. You know what I mean? Up your situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what all comes down to. Is no matter which way you twist it, it's still that.
Yeah. And I always believe, I'm a firm believer in it come down to the decisions you make once you, like, when they say you know better, you do better, I really mean that right there.
That's
like
true.
It comes down to the decisions you make.
Yeah, and shoot,
you know what I'm saying?
80, I would say 70 to 80% of the things that happen in your life, you have a choice in that.
Yeah.
Like you have you have a responsibility in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and the thing, one more thing before we will slip on the dating, John, I was thinking about. One indication of a man don't care about your money.
Yeah.
If you go on a first date, who paying?
If you're asking me, like
most of the time the guy will pay.
Yeah. So
our first time chilling,
you
didn't spend your money on me. So we know you're like when you like. I'm not asking a woman to give me money to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
Like it don't work like that. We don't do that. Like I don't know if how a woman feels about that.
But hold on, you got some brothers that, boo, can you give me them Jordans?
Again, yes, but you hang with those people.
Yeah.
Certain people we don't hang with them guys.
So, but this is a thing for women too. Mm-hmm. They'll pick that dude who want them to buy him Jordans.
Oh, so whatever you get from picking him, that's what you deserve.
There it is. Yeah, like
the
man over there working hard as hell. He might not be wearing Jordans and stuff. He be buying it. He doing his thing and stuff like that. But she'll pick this guy over here that want her to buy him Jordans, and so some women want to be able to control him like that and stuff like that. I make more money than him, right? I know he broke. I know he don't have this right here. So
we was talking about black people supporting black people, right?
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about this too. Sometimes when people say, I'm happy for you, I'm proud of you, sometimes, not all the time. Me and you talked about this. Sometimes, not all the times. it ain't really the happy for you. It's like, damn, you still living? It's like, damn, you still doing
He
it?
still got it
Right,
like that.
God damn. Like, yeah, I'm happy for you, bro.
Yeah, man. Support is funny, man. You have some friends that really support you, and you can tell who they are. Whether you have talked to them in a day or a month, a year, 10 or 20 years, man. It's like when they hear of your success, it's almost like their success, right?
Yeah.
And then they also give you information of how to even make you feel like your stuff is successful, or give you information of how to elevate your stuff, or even bounce stuff off, or even if they know something, whatever. They just show their genuine support.
Yeah.
And I think we live in a society and an age where we got a bunch of friends that we would consider who would be our friends, maybe in our face at a point. They were our friends.
Yeah.
And then now they watch you from a distance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
watch you.
They watch you
They
from a
ain't
distance.
turning a blind eye. They like this. That's how they be. They looking like motherfucker right
in the bushes watching you. Be like,
push it right to the hole. Yeah. hey, check this out. So I was looking at this thing one day because I was trying to figure out like, why is it like what's going on, and I was not. I ain't gonna say stressed about it, but I thought about it more than I should.
Yeah.
So this doctor, the doctor said, it's a scientific proof. It's hard for your neighbor to support you when y'all came from the same place. He said it's just hard for them.
Yeah.
Like we came from the same elementary school and you got 10 and I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to support. That he said that one thing. The other thing was, let's say you got $1. I don't have $1.
Right.
But you need me to fix something for you or do something for you. It's hard for you to give me your $1 and I have one and you have none. Regardless if I helped you, it's hard for them to do that.
You know what?
They would rather spend $2 over here because you're not gonna have no dollars.
And doing all of that stuff, it's in me, man. I'm one of those friends that want to see another friend succeed. If I call you, you're my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if I don't call you my friend and we've been associated, we've came across each other, we've had similar experiences, we might have broke bread together.
So we was talking about tipping one time.
All right.
You said you was gonna tell me something about tipping. So what you say about tipping?
It's tricky.
Okay.
I try to support some of our businesses and stuff like that. Like me and my mom and some of my friends, my female friend, we like to go to different places and hit different restaurants and stuff and support. Sometimes the service isn't up to par. My mom will let you know it. First of all, she gonna let you know it.
She'll let you know or them know it?
Both.
That's good.
So, but before she going too far to letting them know it, I gotta let her know sometimes in the environment and we in too. We might have to get it. We might have to get it on just for saying something to. But we in a nice place though. Like we in a nice, but we supporting.
Okay.
We supporting. We in a nice place.
Okay.
We supporting.
Yeah.
But they're already giving you the vibe, like you know what I'm saying, like watch where you say stuff around here. But we supporting. Right?
Yeah.
So we go to these places, services ain't all that great and all that, and we still tipping, right? But I went to the place and I saw that it was I believe it was between 13 and 16% gratuity already included.
Okay.
That kind of upset me right there because included the service that I was getting was horrible.
Okay.
But I ended up tipping on top of that, the gratuity and all of that, because I'm supporting. And I felt more or less obligated to do so only because I was supporting. But if I was in somewhere else, man, If I was in another place, I would have probably got up and walked out of there and did all of that, and you know what I'm saying. But I just ain't want to do us like that.
Yeah, because you were supporting. Yeah.
So tipping can get tricky with me, man. But when you have good service, when I get good service, and I don't mind tipping. I pay like I weigh, so I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Dropping it on you. But when I don't get the quality of service and you act like you don't even want to be working and stuff, I feel like I got to go back there and get my own straws, my own napkins. My food is cold. Now I ain't got no ketchup. Can I go get some syrup or something like that? Then
that's crazy. Yeah, if you don't want to be at work, just don't come up in here.
I'm not tipping you like that, man.
Yeah, you ain't got to tip them people.
I'm not tipping you like that. So when it come down to tipping, man, you get what you get on how you are.
I agree with that. As a
server, man. Like, you go to. I believe in people like Chick-fil-A deserve tips. You know what I'm saying?
Which ones?
Anyone.
You want to stand out in front of you, walk up to your car?
All of them.
Oh, because the customer service is nice.
Goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing but giving you fries and giving you this and doing all that stuff like that, but they're obligated to be so nice.
That's a good ass point. Cause I was at the register recently, just at the register, and they wanted a tip.
No, like, you just do nothing but swipe your card, probably.
You right, but Chick-fil-A, you don't mind.
They're so nice there, man. Like these people, man.
I never thought about it.
It's like you got to have the best spirit to work there, and I love people like that. So I don't mind even going there and just. You find yourself being friendly in that. If you go inside or something, you end up being more friendly than you was when you walked in that.
You know what's weird about that? You said that, bro. I ain't never think about that. For one, I've been to Chick-fil-A multiple times. Mm-hmm. I get up there and I tell the lady, I got their order. I don't even know what they ordered.
Yeah. See,
I never did that.
Being
McDonald's,
overly friendly, boy. Chick-fil-A bring it out of you, man.
I never thought about it. I never did that no other junk but Chick-fil-A. Man. You ever been to a restaurant with somebody who don't know how to tip or don't know about tipping?
Man, I've been in every situation with a person at a restaurant you could think of, man. When you find out a person ain't even got no money, man. We talking about ain't tip. Like, yes, I've been in those situations where a person don't know how to tip. And I'm looking at them like, it's 10 of us, man. You talking about they only want to get $6? Come on, bruh. Like, I done been places where a person, you think they done swiped some of the tip. Yeah, so it's like 10 of y'all put down $100 and shit. You look back and it's $27 on the table. The brokest person, whoever it was, they didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I done been in that situation. You better watch that tip all the way out the door. Man.
I only saw that in movies, bro.
Man, that's real stuff, man. Even the people who ain't, look, man, you might leave the tip and walk away, and these people over here in the corner watch you put the tip down and come get the tip money. Yeah, you got to watch the tip all the way out the door till the lady get it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So tipping can get tricky, man.
Man, let me tell you the story of my grandmother. This is why this is one of those little things that lead you to who you are.
Yeah.
So we at the restaurant one time. I forgot what we was. Let's say somebody's birthday, somebody graduated, whatever. We at the restaurant. So it gets to the point where the bill come out. I got to check the fingers. Long. I got the, I only got the
breaking it up like that, huh?
Yeah. All right. So I'm young. So
yeah.
My grandmother said, "Give me all y'all money. I'm gonna put it on my card." That changed my life, bro. When I was young, I didn't even know what age you can get a credit. I was so young, but I remember seeing her doing that. I said, "Bro, I'm going to be like that. I'm gonna have my money together."
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw my grandma do that. Yep.
Turning point.
Yep. That and one time my cousin Tony. One time, now we all. Well, I ain't gonna say we all. Well, we young. I'm in the projects for sure.
Yeah.
So I go around my grandmother way. My cousin Tony, he get all the kids, all the little cousins and everything. Say, I'm about to take y'all to go get shoes for Christmas. For school, back to school.
Yeah.
He buy all of us shoes and shit for school. That was another thing I said. I'm not gonna be one of them broke dudes.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin Greg at the ice cream truck.
Getting everybody something.
Everybody get what you want. I'm not gonna be one of them broke dudes. So those three people, man.
I had a lot of inspiration like that also, man. I had guys that showed me that, you know what I mean? Like, you ever been somewhere and somebody be like, "Oh, that already been paid for."
Yeah.
And you didn't really have the money for something, or you thinking, goodness gracious, like,
boy, blessing.
right. So I've always wanted to be able to be that guy too, to be able to. I've been in places where, like, man, I've been in an elite party, or I don't even know how we got in this party. I remember being in Daytona. We go to Vince Carter's party in Orlando. You got Magic Johnson, Dominic. Let me tell you something. We in college though.
Yeah.
And we are brokest as the broke and the broke, but we are in there drinking with the elites. You got Vince Carter, Dominique Wilkins, Gerald Wilkins, Magic Johnson, all these people in this party, and we're in there too. And we are the brokest dudes in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
Damn.
like these things right there, being in situations where you have that transition where you saying like, man, I this ain't gonna be me.
This ain't gonna be me.
We don't even know how we gonna get drinks.
Yeah,
and we get drinks and everything.
But we ain't like that. You ain't like that feeling though.
Definitely not. That was turning points for me, man. Like seeing things like that. So
yeah, that was
man.
crazy. I mean, you was talking about when we went to Philly one time. So let's talk about that when we was young.
Man.
So we in college. So just fill in the blanks for me. So I'm gonna tell you what I remember. Just give me what you remember. Put it together for me.
Right.
It was 4 of us.
Yeah.
We know it was me and you and 2 other guys, right?
All right.
So did we leave from Virginia or we left from Florida?
We left from Virginia. So we got the car, me and the guy. I got the car in Virginia. Then I drove to your area, picked y'all up. You remember that was my first time coming to that little by the tobacco area, the Coca-Cola spot.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
That was
swung
a while
through there.
ago. Damn,
Swung through there and picked y'all up, and somebody was late in a little bit, and then they came through. You know what I'm saying? Everybody met up. And I don't know if you want me to keep filling in the blanks of the story, but okay. So this is your people.
Okay.
Right? So
So
picked
you
up
had
my
one
people.
and I had one.
I picked up my man.
Okay.
Right? Got the car, picked up my man. He tells me he's broke. He ain't got no money. This is after we've already damn near got to you. So I pick you up, you know what I'm saying? Your man jumps in and you telling me, like, you know what I'm saying, what you dealing with. I'm like, all right, so we straight, you know what I'm saying? At least me and you straight. And then your man says, no, you tell me your man ain't got no money. While we driving and going, or we might have made a stop or some shit. I don't even know how the message was relayed.
We wasn't in where we
Right,
got picked up at.
we would have turned back around
We
both
wasn't-
times, right? So we get all the way to this place, that place. We go to Delaware. We do some things in Delaware. We go to Philly. We get a hotel room because we trying to go certain places and there everything is closed. So now we got to get a room. Me and you get the room, and again we rolling with 2 grown-ups. We supporting them. We paying for them to eat, and me and you, our money is running out. So now the last thing too, we went to Philly. We do things in Philly. We spend the money in Philly, and we got to get home. And we got 2 adults that have no money, and so I've never been that person to go that far, go on a distance, or go anywhere like that, and not have nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Hold, before you go. So when we started the mission, I didn't have a lot.
No, me neither.
But I had enough for me.
Me too. I had enough for us.
And see that.
I had enough for us. I didn't know these broke brothers was coming, man. Shit, I thought everybody would have put in something and made more for us.
See, that was my whole thing. It's like, at least let me hold my end up.
Yeah, because you knew
the whole thing.
You knew that this part of this was going to be taken care of. We had transportation. That was
Yeah.
cool. We had the transportation, but everything else was the intangibles, right? Everything else was the intangibles. We I don't even know if we had. Did we stay in the room 2 nights, 1 night in the car or some shit? Like I'm thinking, did we stay in the car and then in the room 2 nights? 1 night in the car, 1 night in the room. Then like I don't know, but I just know that we had enough money to do what we wanted to do. But then it got a little bit extensive when you paying for other grown-ups.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, man. That's them college days though, when you really don't have nothing and you shouldn't be doing what you're doing.
But I always think that it ain't too scary that I ain't gonna do it. That's gonna stop me from doing it.
Yeah.
So it's scary, but I'm still gonna try it.
Did we have cell phones then?
I don't know.
Yeah, that makes it even more scary. Shit, we was just riding, man.
But if you don't know, you don't know. All right, so I'm gonna put one little thing on. So we come from college.
Mm-hmm.
Then we I don't know if we was on a break or whatever it was. It was school was out, whatever. So when I was in college, I got my first credit card.
Yeah.
That's when they would come on the campus and they would run up to you and get you to sign this.
Yeah.
So I got a credit card. So
Swindling us.
I got $1,500.
Yeah.
I ain't cracking that joint. I'm like, cause I come from a place where you ain't supposed to, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, I ain't cracking that joint.
Yeah.
Let me just take it home. So take it home, then we go to Philly. I'm like, all right, let me just take it to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Then find out people's ain't got no money. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
In Philly,
Yeah.
I cracked the joint. The first time I used it was in Philly on that trip. Yeah.
Emergency situation too, though.
Yeah.
Very.
But again, bro, it's like somehow I'll always be. How can I say it? I can't afford not to. Like, I gotta have a backup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always been like that.
Because you can't afford to fail.
I can't, bro.
You
Like,
set yourself up like that in life, where you're you. You're your backbone. You're your support system too. So you can't. Some people, man, like, all right. So that's a great example of what you was dealing with. Your friend and my friend. They were willing to do that without knowing what the outcome was going to be, because they knew they had our support. You know what I'm saying? They knew they had you. Your man knew you. He had you, and my man knew I had him.
but think
And they
about
taking
it.
that risk, like
That's a
just
hell of
to
a
eat
risk,
off
bro.
of it.
Like you going to a place that I don't even know if you've been before.
Nah.
But it's like
No.
your peoples can't get to you. I'm the closest things, and you go with zero.
And why are you going?
And you was comfortable with going with zero.
See, if I could remember back, why are you going in the first place? Why did you go?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Because me and you was one making them Philly runs. Why was they going? We was just bringing them along just to be bringing them along, just to show them something different.
And you know how that's the truth, because we went up there years later still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We made the Philly runs. We was just bringing them along for the ride,
just
man.
bringing them along,
Like,
yeah. Damn.
but that's what friends sometimes, man, you got to bring them along for the ride, to open them up for them to do something for somebody else, man. They might not do it with you or do it for you again. They just, they seen it and they'll do it for somebody else, man. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it's a learning lesson too, because like you said, and like I said, certain things you done broke, you'll never do again. You'll never go again. You'll never try it again. You just won't set yourself up like that.
Yeah, you right.
You ain't got it, you ain't going. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
ain't gonna put yourself in that situation
Hell
anymore.
nah, what I'm gonna eat off of you, man.
Yeah.
Hope that you drop some fries for me.
Yeah, see that ain't gonna happen. No, I ain't gonna go. I tell you straight out, I ain't got it. No, it ain't, not this time.
To have another man asking you if you hungry, and you ain't got no money, he got to ask you if you hungry, because he can see you probably hungry. You ain't eat nothing all day. You been drinking water all day and
Yeah,
stuff.
and then you can't get fully what you want on two things. For one, you can't really pig out because he ain't got zilch, and then the budget, like you can't get the $30 so and so because you gotta
Man.
feed your man, so you might have to get the 15 jump.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, if I ain't got it, I ain't going, bro.
Yeah, but-
I ain't gonna put you in that situation.
I learned.
Yeah.
It's okay. It never happened again. I'll tell you that shit.
Sure.
So this is for somebody else. Give me 3 good things to do on a date and 3 bad things definitely do not do.
So, for a woman,
No, for a man, because I really I hate to speak for women because I don't know. So,
I'm gonna speak for both too.
Okay.
I think so. I'm gonna try to, because I'm gonna keep it on perspective.
okay.
For men, yo, first of all, think, like, if you know the girl, or I don't know how you'll pick the girl. Let's just say you kind of just randomly picked a woman and you want to take her somewhere, what is your objective now? You know what I'm saying? Because most men have ulterior motives, and you know what I'm saying? If I'm not an ulterior motive guy, let's just say I'm a straight up guy that is just wanting to meet somebody and get to know them. You got to be that first. Or what kind of guy you are, man. Look at her body. Look at this. All I want to do is this and that. So depending on what type of guy and the type of girl you pick up is the kind of move you would make, right? Okay. Most of the time. So
okay. Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you said it though, but go ahead.
Right. So
that's true.
So now it comes down to how did she present herself and how did I meet her and how did I pick her up, and that might lead to how we go on the next step of our date or whatever. All right.
So let me ask you this. This is my opinion. You can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Everybody don't deserve to go everywhere. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. So that's it.
Yeah. So you got some people that are only used to one thing, and then they think that they meet you, and you're supposed to, change the world or change their life like that. Nah, man.
Okay.
Nah, but so when it comes down to those dates, though, for a man, you want to try to all that taking them to the movies, and you come to my house and all of that stuff right there. Come on, man.
No, we too old for that. No.
Man, that's why I say you want to be creative if you want to get to know somebody.
You can't talk to nobody in the movies. It's dark. Like, you spent an hour and a half on nothing.
I might have fell asleep in there. Brother and worked and did all kinds of stuff.
And
we ain't said no words to each other. I might have
spent money, and then you're paying for the first date. So
yeah, I mean these recliner chairs.
It's like, man. So yeah, so the movies, no,
definitely not.
What else you said no to?
Women or don't go to men's house.
No, that's not a first date.
Like a man want to invite you to his house and all of that to get to know you and all of that like that right there, man. Y'all might be co-workers or something. Y'all probably know each other, all that. So now you coming to his house is a whole nother level.
And I got to say this too. Before Netflix and chill, you have to go on a date first. That is not your first date.
Man, I see.
And it's a difference between dating and fucking.
I wouldn't mind if a woman made me date her for a little while just to get to know me. I think that's smart on your part. And if I like you enough, I'm going to stay around. I ain't got to hit it right now. I ain't got to just automatically jump right into it. So,
Fred, hold on. I got to say something before I forget this, bro.
Go ahead.
Anybody out here listening, we do not want to hit everything. We will not hit everything. We are not pressed for coochie.
We pass on it. I pass on it.
That's what people don't even know that, bro.
Pass on it. That's one of your best characteristics to be able to pass on it.
So all of us is not out there hounding for. We don't need it like that.
A lot of us are content. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
level of contentment.
I want people to know that those single guys out there, a lot of them, they ain't pressed.
Content and single can mean a whole variety of things too. You content with what you have. You just have not took the next step.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Or you have been in the dating world. You've been in the dating pool. And you don't want to cross that line with certain people because of what you have. You might be damaged. Some of us that are out here single, and some of us that claim to be single and this and that, we damaged. So we are scared to take leaps. And we are scared to project our damage on somebody else. We're smart enough to know that.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, what I'm doing, if you're involving somebody else, might corrupt you. It might damage your life. It might mess you up to the point where you can't come back from it. Some single people are smart enough to know that.
So, all right. So you made a good point. Anybody, man or woman.
Yeah.
If you don't have yourself together.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up for somebody else by dating them.
Man.
Like, leave them people alone.
Man.
Men or women, you are affecting people's lives. Then when you put kids in there, you are affecting a lot of people lives.
Yes.
Get your stuff together first, then go out there and interact with other people.
That's the best.
Don't
thing
be
you
messing
can
with
do.
those people's lives, man.
You bringing all your baggage and all that, and you done messed up a good person, man. you done brought them all the way down to the lowest emotion that they can get to, and then they can't come back from it. And that's all you. And you gonna move on and do it to somebody else.
And the sad part about it, sometimes they'll mess it up. Like, what happened? I don't know what happened.
That puts them in the category of people that don't believe it's them.
Yeah.
And you be the main person we talking about.
Yeah, that's what we talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
We talking about you.
And you don't think it's you.
Yeah, we talking about you. It's you. So if you're wondering and you can't find the culprit,
Yeah, man.
it might be you. So, it is what it is.
Man, yeah. And then for me, man, getting to know people, it could be something simple. Walk, talk, park, anything like that. I think parks are good places to go. It'd be public places and stuff. Not in the dark. Not in the cut park where nobody's there. I'm talking about go somewhere y'all can sit somewhere. Y'all like coffee. Get your coffee and go sit in the park and have a chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you chat for like an hour or two with a person just sitting there talking, you could tell a lot from them. You could tell if you want to even go on another date with them. But most of the time, this is where that attraction and this is where something's wrong with you.
Okay.
You looking at the person's hips, or you looking at how tall he is, or you looking like he could be my potential next baby daddy and all of this. When you have missed all of the steps that I was just talking about, right? You didn't sit there and chat with them for hours and figure them out. You didn't make it 4 or 5 dates before you actually laid down with them.
Yeah.
Vice versa, men or women. And then it could have been the first date, first mistake, first night. You know what I'm saying? Now you're trapped.
Yeah, and you said the steps, right?
Yeah.
So in life, I was just talking to my brother about this. In life, let's say it's 5 steps to success. You cannot skip any steps because let's say it's 5 levels.
Yeah.
When you get to the 5th level,
Yeah.
let's say you go from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
When you get to the 5th level, to conquer the 5th level, you're gonna have what you acquired on the 4th level.
1 through 4.
To finish the 5th level.
Yes, sir.
But if you go from 1 to 5, you'll get to 5 and you'll be stuck because you never went to 4 to finish that 5th level. And that's anything in life, the same thing with dating. You got to take those steps. You can't skip no steps, bruh.
Women jump the gun, men jump the gun.
You can't skip steps,
You know what I'm
bruh. It's
saying?
steps for a reason.
Yep. And sometimes we fall victim to attraction, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that is one of the biggest deals and stuff. You fell victim to attraction and not brains or not intellect. You know what I'm saying? You fell victim to attraction and not these other things.
It's hard to see that because we kind of want everything.
Well, look where we live in America. Everything is about that glitz and glamour and
we
beauty.
Can get it fast, and even like when you on what's the jump when you swiping? The dating jump.
Dating apps. Any one of them. Tinder.
Next. So it's just like I can get another one. I get another one. So it's just like that's the mentality we got. We don't cherish anything because we can get another one.
That's that attention.
We can get a divorce. We can get another marriage.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I get married because I can get a divorce. I heard somebody tell me that I can get married because you can always get a divorce. Like, damn, you really mean that? Like, damn, okay.
Hey man, bro, like try on a new pair of shoes or something. Man. You don't need them, man. Where my other shoes?
I just get that ain't nothing. So it is what it is. Man.
Nah, man. I'd say the only thing I'd say, man, to be honest, man. Now that I've gotten to the age that I am, and I don't have any kids. You know what I'm saying? I stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? I have meeting people and getting to know people. I get mad at a woman when she uses poor judgment with me, man, and she's so willing or she's so
it says a lot.
Yeah, man. It's like I look at them like, damn, you haven't even. This is how you keep falling victim to your own mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those good guys that will save you from this. that will not save you from this. It's just I won't take advantage of you in this. You know what I'm saying? Because I already see what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And for real, when you get to a certain point, it's like that don't even interest you no more.
Oh yeah,
like,
I don't have sex for points no more.
Yeah,
Need
like,
notches under my belt.
Yeah, that's not
stuff.
even no thing. But I understand when people are used to that and you had it at a certain point versus people who didn't experience that is different.
Yeah.
So I've seen dudes really on it bad, but I know the tree you never really had it like that.
Yeah.
So I've seen that.
Sometimes too, it boils down to trauma. You go back to these people's trauma, man. We don't get to unpack people's trauma when you meet them and stuff. People be having some traumatic events that have happened to them. They might not have been able to get past, and they are entering in relationships, and they are having these issues that are trauma related. It could have been, you know, the worst case scenarios happening to kids or anything to them, or you know, bad experiences on dates and things like that you don't never find out about and stuff. But so it's, I say, when you're dating and you're trying to find somebody, take as much time as you would with yourself. Like, how long would it really take for you to get to know yourself, right? So for a woman, you got to be in a lot of situations with a man. You got to go through scenarios with a man before you sleep with the man. Why don't you just have these experiences with him? And if he's willing to stick around through a lot of these experiences because he knows you're dope, he knows you're a great woman, he finds out through time how great you are. That's what you want to kind of try to take a chance on. Most people ain't going to stick around for all of that. They're not going to stick around for you to get to know none of that. So that's how you weed people out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, women, take your time with that.
Just take your time. Everybody take your time.
Yeah, like what you rush. Don't rush into sex and all that, because that's where you're starting. You're starting to obscure your judgment. Is starting to get messed up.
Yeah, you make decisions on them sexual hours.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Like you said, it's more non-sexual hours than sexual hours. That shit can only last a few minutes, and now you got years and years of hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. You got a long time of uncomfortableness. So yeah.
I can tell you like this, bro. You're exactly right, man. You could put a bunch of hoes in the room, right? Let's just say we don't know they're all hoes and stuff. I'm just using this for example. Put a bunch of hoes in the room. I'm talking about like real hoes, prostitutes and stuff.
Yeah.
There could be a classy one in there that you don't know is a hoe, and then just something about her that makes her stand out from them hoes, man. And it's just that. So it could be the way she talks to you, the way she's dressed versus the way they're dressed. It could be the way, it's just something.
And you can tell that by some type of way, right?
Yep.
That's my whole point. It's like,
and she demands that respect. That's what I'm talking about. She demands that because she's something different.
A man or a woman can see the weakness in a man, and a man can see the strength in the weakness, or vice versa. So I just want you to say it because again, nobody want to hear from the old head.
A man or a woman knows when their man is weak, or when their woman is too strong, or too overbearing, or too weak. Vice versa. She ain't gonna say nothing in this situation. He's not gonna say nothing in this situation. You know what I mean? That kind of same thing. Women know that you, like you say, you put your man in the room with a bunch of real men. You might not even want to take your man in there. You be like, nah, he can't. He ain't gonna fit in with y'all. Like I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard it before too. Like, nah, he ain't gonna fit in with y'all, man. Y'all, he don't do things the way y'all do things. He don't act the way y'all act. He don't talk the way y'all talk. He don't even walk the way y'all walk. He just, you dig? Yeah, man. So women know. Like women have. It's sad to say because, and then they're still with them going forward. They'll say like, man, I wish, I've heard this before. I wish I had a man like you, but you got a man.
I heard somebody with a man.
That's sad, man.
Say, I don't like the way he walk. I'm like, what you mean?
Talking about her own man, her dude.
She got up.
She resents him.
Walk. See this how you walk.
She resents his walk.
He walked like this. I was like, damn.
And she breaking him down. And she been doing his walk for a while. She's sick of seeing him walk like that. And man, that's how you build up resentment for people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how he's standing. I hate the way he poses. Just make me sick the way he's standing like that. Look at him over there, always dragging his foot when he walks. Make me sick. Like, damn, man. Just go sit her ass down somewhere and sit. Like, just that kind of stuff. That's how you build up resentment. Instead of just saying, like, boo or something. Like, try to change it or something, man. Like, can we work on it? Like, what's wrong? Or, I can't take it no more. Would you consider yourself racist?
No.
And the reason I asked you that is I wouldn't consider myself racist either, but I thought about it. And this, I'm probably going to catch you off guard with this, man. I thought about it. And do you think is a category of black people within our culture?
I think with every culture.
Do we look down or frown upon or even turn a blind eye or look away from some things and the people that go on in our culture?
Yeah, I think you should. Because you can't, my personal opinion, you can't fight every battle. You can't fight every battle. Now, if I fight their battle, who's fighting my battle? It is what it is, and we need everybody. I need the people that's not doing it, and I need the people that's doing it. The people that's doing it are motivated by the people that's not doing it. The people that's not doing it are motivated by the people that are doing it. So we both need each other. So however high you doing it or low you doing it, I need you. We need you.
What do you call it when we look down and frown upon the people that are within our own culture?
Now, I don't know about frowned upon, because I don't frown upon nobody, but I'm not going to be around them. That's it. You have a choice. I have a choice. I don't have to be around.
But when you are around them, you feel out of place.
Nah, because now you can't feel out of place.
Nope. Maybe wrong choice of words. Out of place. Not out of place.
Ain't nowhere in the world where all the people that we know.
Yeah,
we can't be
not
out of place.
Out of place. All right, not out of place. But do you feel like you ain't supposed to be there?
No, I'm supposed to be everywhere. Like the earth is my turf. I can go anywhere. Why not?
So how do you feel when you're in them wild environments? Like,
I'm not wild.
You've been in them wild. So you.
All right. Let me give you this example. So. No, for real. So I'm the AC man, right?
Yeah.
Fix ACs. I fix ACs everywhere.
Yeah. Hoods or not.
Everywhere.
Back alley or not. My man gonna be there.
All right, so I'm gonna give you two things. One dude called me. He's a different type of guy.
Yeah.
He said that at a certain neighborhood they were shooting at him. He can't go around. Yeah.
At him though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can't go there. He said, can you go there? He didn't know my father lived on the next street. It's like,
yeah, I can understand.
I'm not here to I'm gonna tell you, this is game.
Though.
Hold on, this is a game for anybody who is afraid of the hood, the ghetto, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to take their money, you're not trying to take their woman, you're not trying to take advantage of them. A lot of times they not trying to mess with you. Don't nobody want no drama. It's knuckleheads in the world that do want drama, but majority of the time people just don't want no drama.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, for real. If you think about it, even committing crime is survival.
See, the only reason I beg to differ. Sometimes in some instances, it's not it's not a big beg to differ, but it's a slight beg to differ. Is some hoods in some places, when they see that person out of place, they automatically look like a lick.
Okay.
They automatically look like a come up. We know you ain't supposed to be here, so we automatically taking that.
All right, so
That's in certain, you know what I'm saying, certain terrible places.
Think about it like this. I said I'm in certain places. Yeah. I'm not in every place, bro.
Right. For sure. For sure.
I ain't stupid.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I ain't there at night. Like, come on.
So
man.
How do we feel about when like you got places, you got hoods and places that are robbing us, doing us like that, robbing the brother who's the UPS delivery man is delivering a package to one of your neighbors or something, man. How they, you know, that kind of thing right there, when it's, I can understand the man not wanting to go over there, you know what I'm saying? Because some places, there's some places they would tell you that over there, the police pulling people over for this and that, and if you go over there as this and that, they getting you.
Certain places,
so you already know, like, that ain't for me.
Yeah,
I'm not stepping foot over there.
I understand that. I get that.
But, but that man can go over there, right? Yeah,
but you got to be smart about it, though.
True.
And certain places. Now think about it. Think about this, bro.
Yeah.
No matter how much money you offering me, do you think that's really worth me taking that chance?
See, it's sad.
I don't care what the money is. Some chances you can't take.
For sure.
And all money ain't good money.
Nah.
And another thing, we are supposed to be working towards a place where we don't have to be scrounging for everything and people giving us anything.
Yeah, I agree, man.
So I mean, I understand you got to take what you get, but sometimes you got to be smart about it.
For sure. That is about one of the decisions that you make too. Sometimes, and this is crazy, man. You know, we come from those environments, man. But I've been in those environments too. Like, why do all of us got to be in front of the gas station right there like that? I'm just trying to go in there and give me something to drink, man. Like, I can understand why people would be scared to even go in there. Like, why y'all can't just, you know what I'm saying? Why we got to even look like that, though?
Yeah, see, I don't know the answer to that. Why we do that part, I don't know.
Yeah,
but it is, and I know it happens.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know why we do that. I don't know the solution to that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
How do you feel about, you know what I'm saying, our own crime against each other, man? Because you got some of us that are trying to like let's just say you got a good guy who's made it from the stuff that you made it from, and then you try to go reach back and you try to help and you try to educate maybe some of the non-wanting to be educated and then something happened to you. You know what I'm saying? By one of your own or something, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we don't know who or what or when we're gonna meet our demise.
Right.
So that's one thing I believe in.
Right.
So if my demise comes from me trying to help, and which I know is my passion, it's like
so be it. But it sucks when it comes down to it being us and then having to be worried about us.
Yeah, now
doing something like that to us.
Yes. Certain areas, it is what it is. It's a crime. It ain't no crime. I'm gonna just say it's an area that you probably rather not be in.
Your grandma might live over there though.
It is, but
you know.
But then you have to be responsible as an adult, as
I'm
a person who's been here.
I'm just pulling up in my nice car, man.
See,
you can't pull up in your car no more, right?
That's the truth.
Right. See, that's us on us too, though. Like the sad part about it.
All right, so it's sad, but
that's the reality of it too.
Yeah. So what you gonna do? You gonna fight that and say, "I'm supposed to have whatever,"
or you
gonna go do what you gotta do to go see grandma,
or you just not gonna go over there no more. You ain't going over there to see grandma no more,
or something.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the shameful part about it.
It is a shame, right? But it's reality. And that's the same way where people can say it's shame or reality. You have to talk to young kids about getting pulled over. Yeah. Young black kids. That's a part of our reality right now.
There's steps you got to take to that.
Yeah, but it's a conversation you have to have.
I'm talking about getting pulled over. There's steps you got to take when you get pulled over. It's a must-have conversation.
Yeah,
there's steps you got to take.
Some people can say, "Oh, it's a shame. Why we gotta have it?" Nah, I'm not trying to fight if it's right or wrong, but I'm trying to give him the information.
Yeah, no stone goes unturned when it comes to the law too. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they get your kids in their hands and stuff like that, all types of stuff could happen to them, man. You gotta train them on the procedures to take when stuff is gonna happen. Not when it happens, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. And one thing about dealing with that type of stuff, again, like I said, 70 to 80% of whatever happens, you have a responsibility in that.
Yeah.
I've seen people. Why you ever put me on?
You're doing too much already. Fidgeting, you're running, you're swinging your hands, you're yelling, you're swearing. You're doing too much already.
So, bro, like, don't hurt the situation.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard police tell me, look, man, I don't want to get in no trouble either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing.
Yeah, but so that's situational too, though. Sometimes.
Yeah, but it's a conversation that has to be had because you can't go into the situation and not know nothing.
For sure. And acting like you're entitled to something too. Be wilding out and acting like you're
if
crazy.
I don't have that conversation as my responsibility with the young people,
for sure.
I gotta have this conversation.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Don't let it happen and then didn't have it.
Yeah. So, that's how I feel about it, Joe. A lot of this shit is us. We gotta do a lot of shoulder and responsibility on a lot of the problems we got.
Yeah.
It's
for
us.
Sure.
Man, you keep pointing fingers and shit. Nah, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I pulled up on my man Fred. We talk about a few things from the whiteboard topics, and I wanted to get his point of view. When a lot of things, some topics are for certain people.
Yep.
So I saved certain topics for him. So
I appreciate that. Nice whiteboard topics, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So one day I'm gonna do a pull up, and I got a whole list of things I want to ask you about the pull up, man.
That's what's up.
Like some personalized things, like your own top 5.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it, man.
Yeah.
This has been great.
We're definitely gonna do that. So
all right.
I definitely appreciate it, man. So
all right,
man Fred, and we out.
All right, man. Till the next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.